and welcome to my channel. My name's Siri, and for most of my life I've dealt with acne and skin texture issues. But for the past year I switched all of my products to ones that have zero pore clogging ingredients in them, and my acne and skin texture has improved a lot. So I wanted to share some products with you guys that have zero pore clogging ingredients in them. I'll share products that I've used that I love, and then also some new products that I want to perhaps purchase with the Sephora sale coming up. If you have acne prone skin, or if you're looking for products that have zero pore clogging ingredients in them that are truly non-comedogenic, then keep on watching. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel. The Sephora savings event is running from April 5th till April 15th. If you're part of the Rouge level, then you get access on April 5th at 20% off. If you were part of the VIB level, then you get 15% off starting on the 9th. And then if you're just a beauty insider, then you get 10% off on the 9th. So the benefit of being at the Rouge level, which just basically means that you've spent more money at Sephora, is that you get a higher discount at 20% off, and then you also get access sooner on the 5th. And I feel like the most popular products do end up selling out sometimes, so it's nice to be able to have access sooner. So let's start with foundation. I'm starting off with the Saie Glowy Super Skin Tint Foundation with hyaluronic acid. I actually made a video about how I found this one a couple weeks ago if you want to check that out. But I was looking for something that was lightweight, easy to blend in, because my biggest concern right now is just evening out my skin tone. But I'm okay with the texture and covering up any acne. I don't need too much coverage. So I really like this for that purpose. And then as you can see here, I'm just clicking on DermiCheck and it says that there are no pore clogging ingredients found. So that's good to go, and I would definitely recommend this foundation. I've also picked out a couple other popular foundations if you're curious about them to see if they have pore clogging ingredients. I think a lot of them do. So this one does have a couple flagged ingredients. This is the Ilia Super Serum Skin Tint. Some people can use products that have pore clogging ingredients in them and get away with it because of just genetics. My sister's like that. She can use a lot of these products that have these ingredients in them, and she never really suffers from clogged pores. But if I use those same products, I will get clogged pores. So it's super important for me and maybe people that do have super acne prone skin to be careful about the ingredients that are in their products. Let's try this one, the NARS Light Reflecting Advanced Skincare Foundation. This also has pore clogging ingredients. I've also found that thicker creams or thicker foundations often have pore clogging ingredients in them. So this is a Dior foundation. I've heard this one's super popular. This also has pore clogging ingredients in it. So it's a no for me for the Dior foundation. The Charlotte Tilbury, there's the Flawless Filter that's like more of the sparkly highlight kind that you can also use as a skin tint all over. That one does not have pore clogging ingredients in it. I checked that in one of my previous videos. But this one is the foundation. So the formulation is different and it does have pore clogging ingredients in it. Born This Way foundation. I used to use this and I love the formula, but I had clogged pores when I used it. So let's see if this, yeah, it does have starch. I think it's fine because it's aluminum starch. I mean, it's combined with other things, but then this one is on its own a pore clogging ingredient. This next one is the Merit Foundation and Concealer Stick. So I really want this one to work. I think the idea of it's really cool. I mean, technically you can use any foundation or concealer as foundation or concealer. It doesn't have to be labeled like that. But I like the idea of it. It's probably just marketing, but let's see if it has pore clogging ingredients. Okay, it doesn't. So I might actually buy this one during the sale. Cool. So next, let's talk about concealer. I talk about this one all the time on my channel. This is the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer. I'm in the shade Praline, and it definitely does not have any pore clogging ingredients in it. I love this. It has the perfect amount of coverage. I think I have dark circles and that covers that up really well. And then back when I had acne, I used to use this and it worked really well to cover up the redness or dark marks. The only thing is that it can be kind of drying, and I do have dry skin, especially under my eyes. So I just need to make sure that my skin prep is really good. And as long as that's all good and the foundation is all set, then this blends in pretty easily. Next up is the Saie All Over Concealer with Niacinamide. I have been hearing a lot about this one. I think it just came out and I've already checked this one. It does not have pore-clogging ingredients in it, and I'm excited about it because I really like a lot of Saie products. A lot of them don't have pore-clogging ingredients, but some of them do, so just double check if you're interested in trying any of them out. I tried this one in store and the formula is pretty similar to the NARS one, so if you already have the NARS one, maybe think about just sticking to that. I was gonna buy this, but then since it's so similar to the NARS, I think I'll just keep what I have. I am on the market though for another concealer that's more creamy, where it's not gonna make me look dry even if I don't do too much skin prep. So still on the market for that. But as I said, a lot of those creamier products end up having pore-clogging ingredients in them, so it's just kind of been hard to find one. Next up is the Kosas concealer. This one was so popular and I used it for a long time and I love the formula. It's very, very easy to blend. It never made me feel or look dry, but it definitely does have pore-clogging ingredients in them. And I had bad acne and horrible skin texture when I used this product. I would just get a ton of skin colored bumps like all over my cheeks. So I stopped using it and my skin definitely improved afterwards. But love the formula. So if you don't have acne prone skin, then maybe this is something that you could try. I've been hearing a lot about this one, the Tower 28 Beauty. Someone that I follow, I think it's Lauren Giraldo, she recommended this, but it has pore-clogging ingredients in it. I actually checked this already and sadly this will not work for me, but I've heard that it's a good one. As I said, for the past year, I've been on a skin healing journey to improve my skin after I stopped using pore-clogging ingredients. And I used very, very gentle products. None of my face washes or moisturizers had any active ingredients in them. I didn't use any extra serums or acids. And the only thing that I started to use was retin-A, which has been fine for my skin because I switched over to a gel instead of a cream, which was clogging my pores. But now that my skin's kind of settled and it's doing fine, I want to introduce a serum or some sort of skincare just during the day to add some glow or to even out my skin tone. So I found a couple that did work, so I'll just show those to you. This one's the Kosas Spray-On Serum. I was excited about this. I like the concept of this being a spray, but my sister talked some sense into me and she was like, you're probably gonna waste a lot of product if it's in a spray, and serums, you don't need them to be in a spray. I feel like setting spray, it makes sense for them to be in a spray even if it does waste product, because how else would you apply that kind of formula? But serums, there are a lot available where you can apply it with your hands or with a cotton pad. So I think that will waste less product than using a spray. So I'll probably pass on this one, but I'm excited about this one from Caudalie. It's a vitamin C alternative. I am excited about this concept because I have used vitamin C in the past and I like the idea of it, but I feel like it was breaking me out and it did not help my moisture barrier. So I think that if it's an alternative, it might work for me, so I might test this out. And, oh, never mind, I won't test it out because it has pore-clogging ingredients in it. I thought I checked this one, but I guess not. Okay, pass on that. And then this next one, I don't know how to pronounce this. I think it's a newer brand or I haven't heard of it. Maybe it's called Doe. But it's an antioxidant and niacinamide serum for calm and even skin. And like I said, I'm trying to even out my skin tone. So let's see. Okay, this one actually might not work for me. So maybe the spray is actually something I'm going to have to use. I'll keep looking to see if there is a different serum that has zero pore-clogging ingredients that I can apply with my hands. For powder, I really like the Saie Airset Radiant Loose Setting Powder. I actually own this one and I have it in the shade Translucent Medium. And as you can see, it has zero pore-clogging ingredients. Some people say that for powders, it doesn't really matter about the ingredients, but I just like to be safe. So as long as there is something that's accessible for me, I will use it if it has zero pore-clogging ingredients. I've been looking into the Kosas vegan talc-free powder. I think this is a pressed powder and it has zero pore-clogging ingredients. I think this is one of the products I will be picking up during the sale. Blush is definitely one of my favorite products. I made a whole video talking about the best-selling blushes on Sephora, and I tested out which ones have pore-clogging ingredients and which ones don't with recommendations. So check that out if you want a longer list, but I just have two of my very favorite recommendations here. The first one's a powder. It's the Hourglass blush. I have this one in the mini size. The other one is the Saie. I use this every single time I do my makeup. It's right here. I have the mini size, but I also have the full size. And I have a couple different shades, but my very favorite is Rosy. The color is so nice. The formula is amazing. It blends in so smoothly and it's very flattering on my skin. And it has 0 pore-clogging ingredients in it. For highlight, I have this one from Rare Beauty. I have the shade Flaunt. It's really easy to blend, very smooth. I think it'll last me forever. There is so much product in here and I don't really use a ton of highlight. I just like to blend it in super lightly. But I'm curious about this one from Saie. It's supposed to be very lightweight and it's more of an illuminator, so it's more natural. It's not like a bold highlight. So let's check this one out. Okay, it has a flagged ingredient. Okay, so for this one, there are 2 different shades. There's Star Glow and Sun Glow. Sun Glow has a pore clogging ingredient, but Star Glow is fine. So I think I might try Star Glow during the Sephora sale. So that's pretty much it for base face products. Those are pretty much the only products that I check for pore clogging ingredients. I don't wear eyeshadow or eyeliner much, but I do wear mascara and lipstick, but I don't really check those for pore clogging ingredients. But I will recommend some of my favorites if you're curious. One of my favorite go-to lip products is the lip and cheek pencil from Nudestix. I've only ever used this as a lip product. It's nice because you can use it as a lip liner because it has more of that pointy tip, but it's not super thin. But because it's more of a cream, it says it's matte, but it blends in really easily, so you can use it safely around your lips and it won't smudge. But then you can also use it as a lipstick and fill in your lips. It says it's a cheek pencil too, but I've never used it there because I've never tested the product. So let's see. Okay, it has starch, but it's like not just starch on its own, which is what's being flagged. So we'll see if I want to test this out on my cheeks too. But for now, just use it on my lips. It's great. And I also love their plumping lip glace. It's a lip gloss. It lasts super long and it's very pigmented. So some glosses, they go on, but they're kind of sheer, so you have to wear, at least I like to wear lip products underneath just to get a little bit more pigment because I have two-tone lips. And if I'm not wearing something underneath or if I'm not wearing lip liner, then my lips just look like they're different colors. But for this one, it's so pigmented that I can just wear it on its own, but I usually do like to have a little bit of lip liner to add some definition. And I have this one in the shade Nude 8. Another lip gloss that I really like is from Too Faced. This is a lip injection lip plumper. I always go for the maximum strength. It definitely plumps my lips and also adds a natural pink color to them. One of my favorite mascaras is the Buxom Lash Volumizing Mascara. It's very lengthening and also volumizing, but I feel like drugstore mascaras are also really good, but I always get this one on the Ulta sales. Ulta has like a 50% off a couple times a year, and they almost always have this one on sale from Buxom, so I always grab it whenever they have it. Last product I wanted to talk about is not makeup or skincare, but it is a perfume. So I went to Sephora a couple weeks ago and I saw this in store. It's a LoveShackFancy perfume and the packaging just drew me to it and I had to try it, and it actually smells really good. But I get sick of scents so easily, so initially I was thinking about getting the travel size. I always just get the travel size because I don't want to waste product in case I end up getting a headache from the perfume. But I tried it out in store and I wore it home and I didn't get sick of it the whole day, and then I went back to try it again, and that was 2 days in a row that I did not get a headache from this scent. So I'm like, okay, maybe with the Sephora sale, getting a little discount, maybe I will get the full size because I think the packaging is so cute. So we'll see about this one. Thanks so much for checking out my video today. I hope the recommendations were helpful. Leave me a comment down below telling me what products you're planning to get during the Sephora sale. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you next time.